Somewhere safe. Large cold drops of rain rattled on the roof of the wood and dripped through onto the bracken below. "Oh dear," thought the little bird. "Winter is on its way. Where shall I shelter against the wild wind?" High in the sky, a flight of birds was passing overhead. "Fly south," they called. "You're late, you lazy creature. Come with us and fly south to the warm places." "I can't," cried the little bird. "My wing is broken. I can't fly south with you. Where shall I shelter against the wild wind?" But the others were already out of sight, and the little bird was alone. Now the bird came from a town. He knew how to build a nest under house eaves and how to peck beetles off garden lawns. But he knew nothing of woods. He hopped to the river and said to the weeping willow, "Please, may I shelter under your beautiful arms until springtime?" The willow did not look up, but went on staring at his reflection in the water. He sighed piteously. "Oh, haven't I troubles enough of my own, you selfish little bird?" "Oh, I'm so sorry," said the little bird. "What's wrong?" "I have too few admirers," groaned the willow, and his long leaves trembled most elegantly. The little bird hopped sadly away, trailing his hurt wing. He crept to the foot of the lovely birch, whose slender trunk was white and silver and fawn, and whose leaves hung like slants of rain. "Please, may I shelter under your beautiful arms until spring?" "Ugh, certainly not," exclaimed the silver birch. "An ugly dark thing like you. Besides, I know you birds. You peck and peck, and before I know it, my bark is in shreds. Go away." So the little bird dragged its hurt wing as far as the spreading sycamore tree, 3 times as tall as the willow and 3 times as strong as the birch. "Please, may I shelter under your strong arms until spring?" "No, no, no," said the sycamore. "I know you birds. You eat, and before I know it, you rob me of all my seeds. Go away." A sad, sighing sound made the woods shiver. The wind was coming. The rain fell faster and faster, and the squirrels and mice mustered a winter larder, then curled up in their shelters and went to sleep until spring. The little bird put his head under his good wing and huddled up on the forest floor. Then a voice said, "Jump up among my branches and shelter from the wild wind, or you'll die, little bird." It was a small, smart spruce tree with soft green fronds, far shorter than the willow, far thinner than the birch. "Won't I weigh too heavily in your arms?" asked the little bird. "What? You're no heavier than one of my own fir cones," laughed the spruce. "And talking of fir cones, if you look inside mine, you may find a supper of seeds." "Are you sure you can spare them?" asked the little bird. "Good gracious! If all my seeds were to grow, the world would be full of spruce trees. Quickly now, the wind is coming." So the bird jumped up into the spruce tree, and only just in time, for a storm struck the wood. The wind stripped the leaves from the silver birch and the seeds from the sycamore. The rain swelled the river to a rushing torrent, which swamped the weeping willow with muddy water. But the smart little spruce was so small that the wind passed right over him, and his fronds were so soft that the rain ran right off him. All winter, he remained green and upright and handsome. As the weeks passed, the bird's wing mended. In the spring, he was ready to fly away, north, south, east, or west. But he took with him a seed from one of the cones of the little spruce and dropped it on the edge of the wood, where it took root and grew. Soon, another smart spruce stood there, and birds took shelter in its fronded branches every winter and sang in its arms every springtime.